Hey guys, what's going on? Adam Snyder here, the homemade entrepreneur, and I want to talk about outsourcing and specifically give you some outsourcing tips. Here's the reason why. I find that most tasks can be accomplished by somebody else. So let's talk about outsourcing and specifically outsourcing your affiliate marketing business. First, what can be outsourced? Okay, let's talk about that. First, writing and the content creation. Any writing, it could be titles, it could be descriptions, it could be articles, it could be blog posts, it could be Facebook posts, it could be a whole ebook or a book itself. Whatever you need written, people can do it for you. You do not have to do it. Second thing, link building. Do you know how long it takes to build a link to a website? It can take a long time for the right link. So hire somebody to do it. The third thing, social media. How much time do you waste on social media? Posting on Facebook, posting on Twitter, posting on Instagram, posting on Tumblr and Reddit and Pinterest and all these sites. How much time do you waste? Yes, you can automate some of this, but why automate it when in the end it comes out as crap? What you should do is outsource it. Have a virtual assistant do it. Have somebody do it from the Philippines, from India, from the East Coast, from the West Coast, in Mexico, from Canada, somewhere else. Pay somebody to do the task that you don't want to do or you do not know how to do correctly. Fourth thing, research. This is what I usually have my virtual assistants do all the time. They research products I can sell on Amazon. They research different niches, different topics I can get into fairly easily and make money as an affiliate marketer. They research my competition because what my competition is doing, I should probably look into doing as well. Okay? So research is one of the things I actually do, or have my virtual assistants do. I also have them do a little bit of social media, do some link building, and they're always writing. But the main thing, the thing that brings in the most money is the research, because as we all know, if you don't research your topic, you're probably screwed from the get-go. Fifth thing, well actually, it's everything. You can outsource, you can have a virtual assistant do almost anything for you. One of the things I reference quite a bit is when I want to go to a concert, okay, or when my wife and I want to go to a sporting event, I can go onto StubHub or I can go, onto, Ticketmaster or wherever, and I can find, some tickets for a, pretty high price. But let's say I have a virtual assistant do it and say, I want you to go find me the best ticket possible, the best seating, the best price. Let me know where it is, how much it costs, and let me know how much time you spent looking for it. Because honestly, when they spend an hour looking for it and I pay them $8 an hour, which is high, I don't pay most of my virtual assistants $8 an hour, but let's say I just pay them $10 an hour. If they save me $100 a ticket and I save $200 because I paid them $10, why not do that? So it doesn't just work with affiliate marketing. This works for anything in life. You have your schedule, you need it organized. Let's say you outsource, and you can outsource anything. Let's say you want to outsource the lawn being mowed. You want to outsource your house being cleaned. Hire a landscaper or hire a maid service. That's two ways you can outsource your daily tasks. So what can you expect? Anytime you outsource anything to somebody, you can expect one thing. The first thing is 9 out of 10 people either don't know what they're doing, they act like they're dumb, or they try to overcompensate and say, yes, I know exactly what it is, because they look at you as, hey, this guy's willing to pay somebody to do those simple tasks. I can learn how to write an article. I've typed an email before. I can learn how to get traffic on social media. I can do all that stuff. No. When you are looking to outsource, you need to find the best person. You need to find somebody that you do not have to train, because if you have to train them, that means that it's not technically outsourced, because you are standing there, you are doing everything for them to show them exactly what it is you need done. Okay, 9 out of 10 people don't know what they're doing. That 9 out of 10 might be a little high, but honestly, 10 out of 10 people will lie to you at some point. Okay, I know that because I've been using outsourcing for 8 or 9 years, and honestly, most people will lie to me at some point. Here's another thing you expect. 7 out of 10 will not finish the work. That is not a lie. 70% of people that you hire will never finish the work. Here's the reason why. Like I said, 9 out of 10 people have no clue what they're doing. That means 2 out of 10 people will figure it out and try to do it. Okay? But most of the time, they don't. Okay? 7 out of 10 people will not finish the work. Just the other day, actually, or 2 days ago, I was trying to get another person to come on and do some work for me. She was going to do translate some my YouTube descriptions, and she was also going to do the closed captions for it. Okay, showed her exactly how to do. Even made a video on exactly how to do it. Told her this is what you need to do. Just do one video, the shortest video on my channel. I think it was like 3.5 minutes. And guess what? She didn't finish it. Here's something else you can expect. 1 out of 10 people will help you for more than 6 months. The reason why is because outsourcing or virtual assistants, we have a terrible turnover rate. One of the reasons why I think it's like that, in my opinion, is because we as affiliate marketers want to pay the least amount possible for the most work for the best work. And it doesn't work like that. You can't get you can't get somebody for the least amount possible, but they're an expert on everything that they do. That's probably not going to balance out. So usually what happens is they find better work and they don't believe in you, and you're still stuck trying to find somebody to pay $2 for an hour worth of work. It's probably not going to happen. So be realistic, and you can expect a lower turnover rate. Let me give you some tips on being successful doing outsourcing as an affiliate marketer. First thing, don't get too friendly with your virtual assistant. I know a lot of people that do. I know a lot of people, and back when I had a virtual assistant in California, okay, that's fairly close. So back when I had a virtual assistant in California, I do not have any virtual assistants here on the West Coast right now. The reason why is because they're too close. They want to get too friendly. They want to come visit. They want to spend time, try to talk on the phone. I don't want to do that. Don't get too friendly with your virtual assistant. Be the boss. Have them be the employee, and don't mix personal and business together. Okay. Tip number 2: never let your VA run your company completely. This was a mistake I made. I let my VA pretty much run it. It was more of a manager at the time, but still started out as a VA. Let them run my business, and they almost ran it into the ground. I had to, get back in, get my hands dirty, pick it back up, and eventually I ended up selling that business. But what happens is you won't get too lucky, and sometimes, which one of my business did, completely failed. They ran it into the ground. They didn't know what they're doing. And me, as the CEO mentality, I thought they got it. They know what they're doing. No, they didn't. They had no clue. And being that I didn't want to look in on the business for about a month and a half, 2 months, they ran it into the ground, and it was just too much work to get it back up. So I let it go. That was that. Okay. So don't let your VA run your business completely, because honestly, if it's not their company, you're paying them hourly, so they could care less what it does. All they want to know is that they're getting paid every single week. That's it. Okay. Third tip. Don't hire somebody begging for work. Let me give you an example. I hired somebody about 2.5 months ago, begging for work. And this isn't new. This isn't a new tip that I have. It's something that I always try to live by. But somebody was begging for work, said they were down on their luck. So I thought, you know what? I'll give them a couple of jobs. Okay, give them a couple of jobs. What ended up happening is they were extremely needy for the job. They did an incredible job. I thought that was awesome. I was getting a great deal, and they were getting money. So everything was good. It was a win-win. No, it wasn't a win-win. Why? Because they were needy. So what happens when somebody's needy is when their back's against the wall and they need money, they'll do anything they can to get that money. What ended up happening is this person ripped off a few other sites. Okay, so usually what I do is I'll run stuff through a copyright or copy check, so that I know that it wasn't stolen off somebody else's site. But this person ended up pulling off of I think it was like 3 or 4 sites. This was an email. Okay, this was an email, so it wasn't a huge deal, but they were just going around a couple sites, okay, pulling people's content, mixing and matching it together, and making it sound good. And I thought it was great. I thought it was an awesome job. Till I realized what they did. Okay, and they did this for probably 5 or 6 tasks. I ended up paying I think it was like $35. So it wasn't like a huge amount, but at the same time, this is one of the things I knew from the beginning. Don't hire somebody that's needy. Not only that, they're really flaky. Why are they flaky? The reason they're flaky, and if you don't know what it means by flaky, it means they kind of they'll be in and out. They are there one day, they're not the next day. You can't count on them. They're really unreliable. So this person was flaky. The reason why is because when you are flaky, you will see a job and they're just going to pay you $10 an hour. Okay, perfect. Then you see it, or let's say it's going to pay you $5, and you're really needy. You just want the job. Okay, I'll work for $5 an hour. Then somebody else comes around. You're busy doing your work. You're over there working for me, typing up stuff, doing research, whatever. And then somebody else comes, hey, would you work for $5.50 an hour? I need you to write emails. I need you to do some, link building. I need whatever you want to do. Okay, pick your task. And they're like, I'll work for $5.50 an hour because if I work for 8 hours a day, I'm gonna make an extra $4. Heck yeah, I'm gonna do that. For $4, they will leave you. Okay, so when somebody's needy, when they're begging you for work, chances are they are low on money and they just want some jobs. Okay, that's another thing. Another tip, find somebody with a similar time zone. This is something that I don't do very well. The reason why is because, like I said, I don't hire anybody here on the West Coast. The reason is because they are too close. It goes back to don't get too friendly with your VA. Most of my virtual assistants are either in the Philippines or over in India. Those are completely different time zones. Okay? Most of the time, we're on different days. The reason why that is, even though it's tough, I've been doing this for 10, 11 years. I've had a virtual assistant I've had the same, one of my virtual assistants I've had for over 6 years. Okay, maybe 7 years now. But they continue to do good work. So that's the reason why. Even though they're clear across the country, okay, a whole different time zone, I will still use them. But honestly, when you're starting, find somebody in the same time zone because it's a lot easier to communicate. You can communicate back and forth. You can call them. You can email them. You can send them a message over on Facebook, and they will get back to you very quickly. Because if it's 5 o'clock your time, maybe it's 8 o'clock their time. But if it's 5 o'clock my time, you don't want it to be 7 o'clock the next day their time. Okay, because honestly, they're not going to get a whole lot done when they're a day ahead of you. Okay, keep that in mind. Let's look at some more tips. Another one, never pay up front. I did this one time because somebody said they actually operate off of a retainer. No, they didn't. They just steal your money. End up getting it back because I pay all through PayPal. But don't pay up front, no matter what. If they're on a retainer, great. They can go try to find work somewhere else. If they really want you to pay them, if they really want the work, they will do the work first and then they will ask for payment. That's how it works. Okay, you don't pay up front. Okay, next thing, don't rely on just one outsourcer. I've said this multiple times. I'll continue to say it over and over again. I have a bunch of different outsourcers. I have a bunch of writers, have a bunch of link builders, have a bunch of website builders, have a bunch of just everything, editors, video editors, picture editors. I have a bunch of them. Okay, and then I just keep a big Rolodex of all my virtual assistants. A lot of them get continuous work every single day. Some of them have specific tasks they do, but the majority of them are just there in case I need them. I will send them just, hey, how's it going? Are you busy? Are you looking for work? Things like that. And again, I know it goes back to don't find somebody that's needy and don't get too comfortable with them, but at the same time, you have to make them feel like they're part of your team. If you want to build the team, you actually have to build the team. Don't have you and then all these other people. Build the team. Okay? Another thing, when you are starting out, give them small tasks, such as, can you research, the Empire State Building? When was it built? How big is it? How many people does it hold? Who was the architect? Things like that. And you can find that. That's easy stuff. You can find that stuff. But let's say you're doing some type of affiliate offer, doing some type of website on the Empire State Building or, the surrounding area. Perfect. You can do that. Hire somebody to figure out what are the best, eating locations in Chicago. What are the top 100 tourist attractions in San Francisco? That's what they can do. They can do that type of research because it's pretty easy. You sit there, you Google it, and you're like, okay, that's what it is. They copy, paste it onto a Word document or in a Google Doc, send it over to you, and you're good to go. You have their research. They did it. Okay? Do something simple like that. Don't have them build a website, build 100 backlinks, write 20 articles, publish it to YouTube, or publish a video on YouTube and do all this stuff, because what's happened is they're just, their mind is just blown. I'm going to do all that stuff? I didn't know I was going to do all that. And they probably don't do anything. Or they don't know how to do all that stuff. So when you give them these little tasks, what it does in your mind, in your eyes, it shows they can do those things. So now you're kind of vetting them on the job, which is a very important thing to do. Last thing, last tip, but very important. Always communicate through Skype. Here's the reason why. And it says right here, can't fake live video, and you can't fake it. Here's what happened to me. Okay, this happened to me about, 1 or 2 years, yeah, about 2 years ago, I think. Somebody faked that they knew all this stuff. They knew all about marketing, all this stuff. Well, to me, it looked like they were copying and pasting something from a website because all the punctuation was perfect. But when I asked them questions inside the email, can you do this? Their English was not that great. So either they learned English almost immediately, probably within 5 days, or they were copying and pasting something based on what the questions I was asking. It's like they were going to Google looking for these questions, finding something, copying it, pasting it, and that was their answer. And that can be done in email. But when you ask them something up front through a Skype call, they don't have the time to do that. They can't be like, oh, I didn't see your email for 12 hours. Yeah, you probably did because that is your business, but you didn't answer because you're doing research to try to get the job. Okay, so do Skype calls because you can't fake live video. You just can't. It's impossible to do. Yeah, it's probably possible, but most people are not going to go through the trouble to make $5 to $10 an hour, and they're going to go do all this stuff to try to lie to you. Okay, so those are tips I have. Hopefully this helps you when you outsource some of your tasks. Remember, affiliate marketing, starting your affiliate marketing business is great. You can make a lot of money, but at the same time, you don't have to do all the tasks. You do not have to build the links to a website. You don't have to create the YouTube videos. You don't have to promote them. You don't even have to write the emails that you send out to your email subscribers. Okay, you can do so much stuff with affiliate marketing. This is stuff I talk about inside of my course as well, is that there's so many ways to make money with affiliate marketing. On YouTube, on Pinterest, on Reddit, on your website, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, okay, through email, okay, through live video, through published videos. You can even make, I'm not getting into it, but you can make a lot of money with affiliate marketing. There's so many ways to do it. So get out there, start making that money, but have other people help you. Don't do it all yourself. Even though you want to, and you probably can, you will get from A to B faster if you have help. So if you guys have any questions on affiliate marketing or on these outsourcing tips or just hiring your first virtual assistant, let me know. I think one of these days, probably within the next couple weeks, I am going to go and I'm going to hire a virtual assistant live. The reason why is so that you guys can see it. So if you guys want to see me hire a virtual assistant, do all the vetting, and do that in a live video, or just do that, record the entire thing and record the process, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you want to see it, you're interested, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys on the next video.